Hey, board game fans, this is Matt, continuing where we left off in our campaign of Charterstone. Yeah, I got another hour, so we finished the game. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the next game. Guidepost. These early stages of village building, the Forever King encourages you to focus on progressing the village through construction and unlocking crates. You're still adjusting to the frequent communication you receive from the Forever King. Before you moved out here, the closest contact with him was through tax collectors. Why does he care so much about your little village? See, I'm not a real big fan of the Forever King, to be honest with you. So if I end up winning one of these things, I'm probably going to choose the thing that he doesn't like. The main goal, the player with the most VPs wins the game. That's normal. And then guideposts. Score the fewest objectives. That's what these little dudes are. Well, see, last game that would have been perfect because I didn't achieve any of them. And I'm the first player. Let's see. We've already been the farmer and was successful. Now the question is, okay, let's. Before I get to this, I want to have to close this up. These are our objectives this game. Diversity of production. We've already won that once, so it's just having one of each resource. Having 4 different types of perils. That's not going to be too tough if you're the first person to go to a spot. And then team builder, 3 minions on the map. God, those are both really easy to accomplish. And our objective is to be the one that accomplishes the fewest of these. That really sucks. Okay, so let's look at the map. Each building on the entire board has one of these little peril tokens. Green are vermin. Those are places that are infested with rats. Purple is blight. Orange is a bandit. Yellow is the one that we had, famine. Blue is disrepair. The place is falling apart. I think that's all of them. Oh, and black. Black is fuel shortage. Now, these tokens are distributed randomly. Every game they're going to be different. And there's only one placed on every location. The first person to put their minion there collects it, and then it's gone. So any future play, these are all finite. Once all the places have been visited, they're gone. So remember my little thing over here that's you trade in the 2 famine? Is that the only one of those that's been built so far? Just taking a look around. I'm not sure. I would definitely want to go there. Yes. So in order for this thing to be triggered, a player needs to have visited the coal market, and notice the common central spaces, none of those got one of those. They need to visit the coal market. They need to visit the refinery, the brick market. That's communal too. Oh, that sucks. There's only 3 of them on the board, which means my building can only be used once. And that's only going to go to the person that manages to snag 3 of these. What are the odds of that happening? Yeah, great. Well, shoot. Also means whoever's collecting rats, the vermin, the only thing they can do is they have to collect these to get that particular space. You can't send somebody here unless you can actually fulfill it. Wow, this is tough. Okay, well anyway, back to my personas. Whenever you retrieve workers, gain 2 VPs if you return 2 chefs, and right now I don't have 1 chef. Yeah, I'm going to try for this game. We'll see if it happens. I'm going to try to be the baker. I don't know if I'll get that or that. So basically, I can go here right now and get that. So I got 1 of them. I'm going to go ahead and retrieve my worker. But now I need a brick. I need a brick to get there, and I need a coal to get there. Now, I might be able to get this if I place my golem on one of my spaces. Actually, I can. Yes. As long as nobody gets green, I can place my golem and get what I need. Shoot! Sebastian took the brick. No! So, there it is. Nobody can complete the thing for this. And I can't complete my objective. See what I mean? I think that it really... It's one of the things in this game that I think sucks. I think that these little tokens are so hard to get in the certain alignment. I think having 2 of these really sucks. If this was a 1 for 2, trade 1 famine for 2 victory points, that would be useful. Because I could use it once, and the 2 players who picked up the other ones could use it. But as it is, this is never going to be used this game. That just sucks. Well, farts. I'm just going to take my second crane. Nope. I made my attempt. I'm never going to get to utilize my character's special ability again either to instantly retrieve it, because I already picked up the only 2 of those famine markers on the whole board. So that sucks. Alright, so all I need is a brick, because I already have my pumpkin that I brought over. Gotta go there and get 2 bricks. Box. He's already got his minion. What's his thing? Oh, just some new buildings. Armory, which costs 2 bandits. 2 for 4. Persona Guard. Same deal as I got. Only different. And have 6 different perils for the objective. Alright, might as well go do this. Build my granary. My granary. Go ahead and increase. Let's get that going. So now I have 2 boxes to open. Great. So in order to open box, I need lots and lots of coins. Nobody used any of my spaces. Dang it. So, alright, we're going to shrink these down. I don't like not being able to see what my guy is doing. They added a row once we start minions, and they added a row once we started these, so now this display gets a little monotonous. I don't really care what the resource is, except that I can trade these resources in for coins at certain locations. I also want to get a robot. I definitely want to get a robot. I'm going to go with iron. Hasn't staked it out yet. I want to get one of those before they retire them. Costs a lot of coins, though. This is going to be a coin-heavy game, I can tell. It's going to take a lot of coins to open those boxes. It's going to take coins to get the robot. So we're up to 4 already. That's good. My minion's in play. Do I want to open up a box? Or do I want to get a robot? Well, I still can. think I'm going to get a robot. I want to have it. Because I usually don't go to the worker space that allows you to draw cards. Almost all the cards I ever draw are from robot uses. New stuff. Okay, the black minion is up. The ghost. Ghosts are all that remain of a person whose soul has been torn free from their body. Whenever you place a ghost, an opponent uses your ghost building, you gain 1 reputation. And the building that generates them is the haunted house, and the persona that utilizes them is the medium. You notice that the personas all look like the player character. That's intentional because these are not different characters, they're just that character playing a different role. So it's really creative the way they do that, I think. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing this round. I still have 2. I should place my robot if I can. I can place a robot to get a chef. Depends on what's up here. Oh, I could get Purple's box. Actually, getting the broker would be nice. Well, it's only when you use the cloud port you get an extra experience point. I am going to be using the box opener, and that's not here, unfortunately. Shoot. Definitely won't be using this. That's the thing that's we're trying to get the fewest of. We're probably all going to end up with 0 on that. So I'm deciding, do I want this that bad? Because if I place the robot down, I'm going to get a draw card. And I'm not sure I want any of these, because this is not my crate. So it's going to be of limited use to me. This is the only one that's actually tempting to me, but I'm not sure I'm even going to utilize it. They're all triggered whenever you use a specific building. They're not my favorite. These guys are not my favorite kind of the assistants. They're not my favorite of the card abilities, but we haven't unlocked any of the other neat ones. Shoot. Well, let's see. I don't really want to retrieve my guys. If I put this out there, I'm punting and hoping that somebody else utilizes those buildings and lets me continue. I don't really want to burn 2 more coins. No, I'm just going to retrieve. I'm trying to get more coins to open up my boxes, and I can't keep spending the coins before I get 4. I need 4 coins. Sure, now you use my buildings, when I don't have my stupid minions out there. Oh, that's right. The trading in those things might be useful. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and place this on here. I'm going to take that ability, that character. So now when I trade in my 3, unused or unusable perils, I'll get an extra victory point for the action. So. Grain. Yes, I do. I'm going to go ahead and get that. And I'm going to go ahead and get another piece of metal. I'm going to go ahead and increase this. Stay in the front of the pack. I'm going to have to get my chef because I'm not gaining my points back because I'm not using a chef. Shoot, I'm down to only 3 of these. Okay, I have my money, so I can actually open up a box. I'm going to go ahead and 2 of those. Okay, new stuff. Okay, a new type of card. Friends. These are great. I love friends. The rapid growth of the village has resulted in long days and little free time. You miss sharing stories over a drink and at the end of a long day. Friend cards give you a bonus when you use a building in a specific charter to gain either coins or VP, even if that benefit comes from a source other than the building, like a persona or an assistant or blah blah blah. Follow the instructions of a friend card to determine your bonus, if any. The player who unlocks this crate gets to keep one of the unlocked cards chosen randomly. The rest get shuffled into the appropriate deck. So now this is how we get cards into this deck. So here's the cards. Oh, let's show the cards first. So these are some of the characters, or some of the friends. So these are whenever the gold miner. Whenever you use a building in a yellow charter to gain coins, you get a coin. So anybody could use this. Anybody else could have this. But it's only good for when you use the buildings. So it encourages you to use the buildings in my charter. This is the same thing, only it's for the red charter, okay? So that's how these work. That's what that means. If this card is in your array, in your little tableau, you get a bonus for going to that particular space. Okay, those are all for coins. Some of them are for victory points. So it's just alternate, gain. Okay, we're going to get one of these randomly, okay? Oops. So we got the Sword Maiden. So we get a coin. This game, we're going to get a coin every time we go to the red charter, okay? We got a new building, the distillery. So this is where we start to go to our alcohol generation. This is where you can trade a grain to gain a friend card, if one is available. You don't just get a friend card. It has to be in the array, but it allows you to basically take one if it's available. And the brewer. Whenever you use a building to gain a friend card, gain a victory point and a coin. I love the friend engine. Really is pretty awesome. Okay, so that opened up one of our boxes. We now have 4 different kinds of cards. A bunch of different kinds of personas. Unfortunately, the persona we chose this game didn't get us any benefits other than a free take back. Alright. I'm a little short on that. What am I carrying that I don't need? A brick. So I can trade a brick. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I don't have any more coins. I need the grain. I'm going to go see what we got here. So we get an extra point because of our ability. That's why the number is green. That one character we picked up. Well, I'm going to go here because if I go here, the two perils that I trade in are going to get me 4 points. But if I go here, the 2 I get give me 5. Unfortunately, we have 0. We're down to 0. Oh, I need to get coins back in a hurry. I wish he'd get his butler built. Butlers give you back coins. Well, nobody went to any of my buildings, so retrieve my minions. Look at all the friends. So many friends. I gotta get that building out. Okay, the repair shop. Trade 2 disrepair for 4 victory points. And the mechanic. we're down to only one more building space before we start having to build over things. I would love to have another friend, so I'm going to go ahead and place him there. And should I go all in on red? So whenever I use a red building, I'm going to get a victory point and a coin. That may not be too bad. On the other hand, I'm setting myself up to go use some things in the blues territory. I might be able to get some victory points out of them for that. Well, I'm going to take that one. I do have one brick, so I could go up here and trade a brick for this and get some juicy points. Ooh, bunch of stuff. Okay, we got a new buildings. The Forever King gave you some helpful blueprints, but architectural innovation can create new opportunities. The player who unlocks this crate keeps one of the unlocked cars chosen randomly. The rest are shuffled into the deck. So these, I believe, are the upgrades. These are ones that are like the buildings we already have, but they're better. Either they're cheaper and get the same result, or they're the same cost but get you a better result. On the other hand, maybe these are just awesome buildings with giving an entirely new ability. Oh yeah, these are all good. Those are all new abilities there, I guess. So maybe I was wrong. Okay, so this one, you trade in one resource for influence. And this one you trade in influence for a crate card. Of course, it has to be available. This one you trade in influence for any advancement, or an influence and an advancement card to activate a persona. So this one would enable you to, you already have a bunch of personas in your possession. This would allow you to turn another one on. So it's not, it doesn't replace the one you chose at the beginning of the game. It gives you an additional one to use. Let's see. Trade a resource, trade any two resources, I'm sorry, to, basically this is like their untap ability. Refresh the advancement mat and gain any advancement card. So I think what that does is, what, it would like shuffle these, oh no, this is the advancements. What's the advancement mat? Is that the advancement mat? Maybe that's the advancement map. Yeah. You'd shuffle those back into the deck and refresh it maybe, and then you'd get a pick one. Trade a coin for an assistant if they're available in the array. Pay 2 influence to go up on the progress thing, which is the end game. Remember, that pushes the end game. So those are all unique abilities. He got the portal, which to me is not one of the better ones. He also has the drafting room where he can trade metal for a building card. Again, it has to be available. And gains the architect persona. Good stuff here, but we really need... I get a bonus for doing the brick stuff, so I'm going to go to the brick stuff. Get 2 coins, 2 points. And hopefully I'll be able to use my 2 points to give me the chef. And the chef is going to help me get my my influence back up. I don't know though. We're got to be near the halfway point. Apothecary. That's their thing to trade blight for victory points. And the healer. Progress track advances every time you use a building with this icon on it. You start without any influence. And storehouse, trading vermin for victory points, and the trapper. When it reaches the end, players finish the current round and the game ends. So there's 12 advancements left on this chart. Okie dokie. Put that on here. And I will take concerned about points. I want to keep getting clay. If I want to build my building, though, I need a pumpkin. So let's take the pumpkin. Get this last building slot built. Oof, 10 left. Okay. I need to build a building. But I can't afford it because I don't have something. Oh, I don't have the I don't have that little resource influency thing. Gaining an influence to lose it doesn't make much sense. So I guess I'll go here. We will regain an influence. Yay! I can't afford it. I can't afford to drop it down again. I'm already at 9, so I'm going to skip that. This is why you don't want to do that, because it would deplete again, and I'd be right back where I'm at. I'm okay being in second place, I guess. Because he's already up to 4. That's not 3, that's 4, so he's 2 places ahead of us. I could get second place all by myself. Okay. Unfortunately, now I am too low on my resources again. I guess I can get another grain. Come on, people. Land on a spot that has my little dude on it. Yay, gain another influence. That was worth it. Totally worth it now. Unfortunately, nobody bounced my normal minion, so I'll retrieve. Still can't open my box. Oh, I need 3. I need to increase my influence one more time. I want to get this building built because I want to keep my crate for next round. Or next game, I should say. Anybody else have 6 buildings built? I think everybody's got 5 or 4. Okay, now I can build my building. My distillery. Twink. Somebody's going to go here to take advantage of the fact there's all these friends up here. If nobody else does, I will. I got 1, so I'm going to put my minion on there, one of my minions, as long as nobody else uses it. So I don't want anybody to use it until I get a chance to put a minion on it. Nope. Come on. Yes! Okay. I'm going to put... So I could grab the windmill, which is a wood building. Not that that matters. I'm going to take the city planner. And then I'm going to take the gold miner. I should cede those to other players to encourage them to use my buildings, but... There's still 3 available. That's got to be tempting for these guys. There's got to be a temptation there to problem is it's influence. No, it's grain. So they're going to have to hit the grain up first and then go there. Gain a grain just to get 2 coins. I don't know if that's worth it. No, go ahead and do it. Gain a grain, spend the grain, gain 2 coins. I put a minion on there. What happened? Oh! Well, none of us took a single objective, so that was a tie there. The players who achieved the guidepost gain an extra glory. The player with the most influence gets to decide what path the village will take, so that goes to the red player. Okay. Oh, he chose the negative. The building's values won't change this game's end game score. Forever King is aghast you'd choose to focus on anything other than the values of the village's buildings. He needs the village to grow at a rapid pace, and he doesn't seem to like your interests align with his. He doesn't seem to like your interests align with his. His retribution is swift and decisive. Consequences. Nothing changes. Do not add the end of campaign values of buildings to this end game score. So, ordinarily, our total value on our buildings would be added to our score. Not today. So he did that as a take that to people who built late like me. Much closer score spread, though. 37, 31, 32, 31, and 30. Look at that. Oof. So he gets a reward for being first place. And then everybody gets the 3 except for the last player, who only got 2 for glory. And then our other glory reward, everybody got 1 of. And of course, we all get the 1 point because we didn't win. Okay, let's choose our endgame things. We get 4 points. I'm going to go ahead and bump. So now, every game we're going to be able to at the beginning of the game, we're going to get to choose a minion and add it to our, if it's available, and add it to our supply. So we get to keep 1, and then at the beginning of the game we get to add 1. Those are both pretty good. This is also something good to get earlier rather than later. The further in the game they go, this becomes less valuable, but while you still have a bunch of games to play, this is pretty big, so I'm going to choose that. Okay, so once again we have some decisions to make. Let's look at our deck, our hand. It's a lot of cards. We're going to get to keep 2 of them. We're going to get to keep 1 coin of our 3. We're going to get to keep 1 resource, so iron. We're going to keep 1 of our minions unless we up that, and we're going to keep 2 cards unless I up this. I'm going to up this. Okay, so there's our resource. We get to keep 3 of these guys. Well, I'm going to keep both crates. Oh, that's right, but we can only keep 1 in each category. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Dang it. I would have worked harder to try to open one of those. Oh, well, now we're going to have to go fishing for the other one. That sucks. Well, we'll take the broker, since that's the only one there. And then we get 1 of these 3. Or 4. Extra wealth. We do have a box we need to open. That needs wealth. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. And as far as our things go, these are both pretty. Oh, I'm going to get to keep whatever one I don't take. I'm going to take the other one beginning of the game. So I'm going to take the robot. That's the end of the game. There goes, what is this, our 3rd game? It's just rolling right along. This one lasted only 35 minutes, so that's pretty sweet. Stay tuned for the next game, coming shortly.